What's up YouTube, Webbers5 here, coming at you today with the update to my Endymion profile. Before we get into the profile guys, want to do my shoutouts as always. It's been a while since I've done some shoutouts, so I've got quite the list here. So shoutouts to new subs, Rico Pagan, Ifen Huang, Soulburner113, Jasiel Nagar, Shakira Maduro, Sethi Motherflippin' Rollins, MK Harvey. Again guys, apologies if I pronounce any of these wrong. Heike Howen Hughes, Lorigan Triple D, Birdie94, and Mr. Zone DG2. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I'd also want to give a shout out to Mike Doyle, who gave a really nice comment on my previous profile, so thank you very much. And guys, also before we get into the profile, if anyone's wondering what sleeves I'm using for my deck, they are my current sleeves are the Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG version 3 Duelist card sleeves blue. They also have the same style in Fusion Purple, Synchro White, and Black. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the profile. Okay guys, so starting the profile off, let's start with the basics. So the Endymion side of it, 3 Mighty Master, 1 Servant, 2 Reflection, and 3 Magister. So naturally, 3 of your boss monster, 1 Servant because she's at 1, 2 Reflection as a subscale. I dropped her down from 3 because I found her a bit bricky at 3. And 3 Magister because I find him fine at 3. Some people play 2, but naturally just adjust to your own accord. Next, my Mythical Beast package. It's had a slight change with some new stuff I've been playing. So standard 3 Cerberus as your searcher, 2 Jackal King for the negates. Some people play 3. I'm finding 2 is absolutely fine. One of the regular Jackal, just in case I can tutor a Jackal King out of the deck. 1 Garuda as a summon disruption, and then 2 new additions I've been playing. 1 Basilisk, just as a recovery option and a bit of draw power, and 1 Mythical Beast Medusa. This is in combo with another card I'm playing in my deck, which I will get to in just one moment, which I will get to in a second. So the combo that goes with Medusa is the next card I'm playing, which is 3 Magician Soul. So I'm playing Magician Soul for about 3 main reasons. The first one is that she sets up the combo with Medusa. So for those who aren't sure what the combo is, Magician's Soul states it can be you can activate the effect from hand, send a level 6 or higher spellcaster from your deck to your grave to either special summon this card or the other effect is in relation to Dark Magician, which we don't care about. So use the effect to special summon. So you usually send like either Jackal King or Endymion. Then you scale Medusa. Medusa's scale effect is target a monster in the grave that can hold a spell counter, destroy Medusa, special summon it, and put a spell counter on that card. So those combo really well, so that's the first reason I'm playing Souls. Well, the second reason is the draw effect, which lets you sack spells and traps from your hand or field to the grave to draw an equal number of cards. Guys, keep in mind, because of the way this is worded, because the cards have to go to the grave, you can't send your scales to get the draw. I mean, yes, you can use it to get rid of your scales, but you won't get the draw. But it is useful if you've hit like multiple one-off cards, multiple of the once per turn cards, so it's useful like that. And also, my third reason I'm playing it, it's just a free special summon, and it's another name that you can use to make Appaloosa. So that's it for the monsters. Going into the spells. So search spells, which are pretty obvious. 3 Mastery to search your Endymion stuff and net extra spell counters. And then 3 Mythical Institution to combo with the scale effects of the Mythical Beasts. And then basically search anything. Next, going into my field spell package, playing 1 Terraforming, 1 set rotation, and field spells I'm playing. 2 Citadel as my main one, and then matchup, and then techie / matchup based ones. 1 Necro Valley for grave matchups, and Secret Village for spell matchups. so far I haven't really found too many issues in bricking with this engine, so I'm kind of liking it at this ratio. Next, going to my draw spells, 2 Desires and 3 Extravagance. For those wondering, doesn't playing both conflict? The odds I found no, it doesn't. If I draw one of the other, then I've just got set up for the next turn. Because naturally, I can't use both in the same turn. So if I see Extravagance and I draw into Desires, I've now got the Desires for the next turn. If I draw Extravagance off Desires, I've got the Extravagance for next turn. And if I hit multiple in hand, well, that's the advantage of the Magician's Soul. I can just get rid of it and draw extra cards. Unless I've done the Extravagance, which would stop me from drawing. But yeah, so I'm liking it at this ratio. And then last cards in my deck. This is kind of just personal choice. I was doing some sorting around trying to slot in the Magician's Souls. I couldn't remember the last couple cards in my deck, so I just slotted this in because I had a tweak with my side deck. Maining 2 Cosmic Cyclone, because I've noticed at my locals it's kind of useful for some matchups that I get. So playing it, I haven't really tested it yet, but I think it'll be okay. Going to the extra deck. So because I'm playing an Extravagance build, a lot of my extra deck is duplicates. Here's the first one. So playing 2 copies of Appaloosa. Guys, do not adjust your screens, because yes, that is a Starlight Rare Appaloosa. Playing Appaloosa, obviously, because she's an amazing negate, so she's just great all around. Next, double Boral Sword, OTKs. 3 Daybreaker as probably my main scale now without Electromite, and since I'm not playing the Spellbook engine, I don't feel the need to play Crowley. And Daybreaker is pretty useful every now and then. 3 Masquerena, because she's really useful for going into bigger links to make them protected by card effects. Also sets up fun plays with some links that can be useful on your opponent's turn. 2 Unicorn to go with the Masquerena as usually like the main thing of what people do. Summon Unicorn with Masquerena and then spin a card. And then my one-offs that I'm playing, 1 Borrowload, because I do get moments where I'm like, I really need a Borrowload. 1 Avramax, just in case maybe I've done Daybreaker, then I make Masquerena in the main monster zone. That's an option of going into Avramax. That's also then immune to effect. And then last card I'm playing, this one's personal choice. 1 Zeraboros, because doing that with Masquerena on your opponent's turn, if you summon it in the extra monster zone, that gives your opponent like slightly restrictive options. Also, if you summon Zeraboros after you've done a Desires, it's an instant 5k. Or in my case, if I've done 1 Desires, 1 Extravagance, that's over 6,000 points, which is basically game. Another thing you can do with it is, in terms of Magister of Endymion, of removing spell counters to summon a monster to force a Topologic's effect. Some people have been doing this with Trisbana. I was thinking about Trisbana, but Trisbana only hits back row and Zeraboros hits everything. But I suppose some people like it for the burn. I might change this around. I'm still figuring it out. So that's it for the extra deck. My side deck. So currently, my side deck is 3 Gizmak Kaku. I like him for the free special summon. It's kind of like a slightly more buff version of Pankratops that's also good at removing monsters in the extra monster zone. So pretty useful getting around like my opponent's Boral Sword or something. The downside is if you summon it against the Boral Sword, they're obviously going to chain the effect to put the Kaku into defense mode so that you can't kill anything with it and summon it back. But yeah, haven't had a matchup where I've needed it yet, but I still like having it as an option. 3 Lightning Storm, just because it's one of the best cards in the game right now, so I figure why not. Then 3 Dark Ruler No More, just for the board wipe matchups. So pretty well, not so much board wipe matchups. Board wipe matchups would be comboing it with the Lightning Storm, So it's basically just for the Break My Board decks. Next to my side, one Secret Village and one Necro Valley, because I typically don't need both, but sometimes I'll have a matchup where I'm like, I kind of want the more Secret Village, or I quite more Necro Valley, so I'll swap one out for the other one. But naturally, if I don't feel the need to play either, I'll just take out the engine. Then traps I'm running, 3 Imperm. This is something I've just been thinking about recently, so I thought, why not? Imperm's really useful, both going first and second. Going first, you can set it and potentially disrupt 2 things. Going second, obviously, it's a hand trap that can be used if you have no cards. And then last card, 1 red reboot, because I'd just rather have it than not. Okay guys, so that was the profile. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment below on what you thought about it. Like the video as always if you enjoyed it, and feel free to subscribe to the channel for more of my content. Also want to point out, for those of you who are also subscribed to my group channel of Team Sorcerers, we've just hit 100 subscribers, so feel free to keep an eye out for our 100 pack opening that we'll be doing at some point within the next couple months. Also, for those wondering when I'm going to do the next update for this profile, given that we've got the Master Rule revision coming up very soon in about start of April, I don't anticipate there's going to be too much coming out that will impact the deck between now and then in terms of new stuff. But naturally, as most people are expecting with the Master Rule revision, we are going to be getting probably the ban list of ban lists between change of Master Rules. So I'm probably not going to do another update to the profile until after that's happened. So that will probably be around April. So stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Webbers5, and if you're already subscribed, feel free to hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload.